Let's go with the computer. Right, so you might just need a little box to accept that we're recording. So, well, welcome. And it is lovely to see so many new faces in the team. I thought I would start by, well, first of all, hopefully some of you have done the onboarding. Your upline probably sent you a link to a Facebook Messenger onboarding chat. And this is where you can go on Facebook Messenger and just work through step by step on how to launch your business. Hopefully, some of you have started that or have got it or may have it due to start at whatever point you're at. I would say that's a good way just to get started within the business, because it just explains the basic fundamentals from how you get your Revolut account set up to placing your first order to sending links to customers, and just it's really, really informative. Please don't be worried though. During that chat bot training, there's a lot of stuff in there which we personally don't use. So things like they talk about the 30/30 sales tracker and the goal tracker and the 100 grid. Don't worry too much about that. It's basically geared up for people who have never done any network marketing before, zero experience, to give them, without disrespect, almost like an idiot's guide to this is how you run your business and how you can go from nothing to success. But a lot of us don't use some of the tools in there anyway, because we've got our own way of doing things, which will be explained to you. We do a business hour, which we break down into pockets of time where we need to. And yeah, so we've got our sort of our own way of doing things really. So first of all, I just wanted to touch on a few things that will help you when you're talking to people about Oriflame and about the business and about our products and stuff. So some key points. Don't worry too much about remembering these or writing them down, because they are all over the website and they're often shared in groups and stuff like that. But key things to remember is that Oriflame is a 55-year-old company, and they have got a really, really big focus on being green and climate friendly and the environment. And that's one of the things that really drew me to Oriflame. Hi, Alex, hope you're okay. So yeah, so when you're actually talking to people, and I think this is like important because people care so much more about the environment these days than they actually ever really used to. Thank you, David Attenborough. We've needed all the education, but we're so much more aware of it now, aren't we? And actually, there's so many people out there that don't realise like what is in the product that they're just going into Boots and picking off the shelf, or when that washes off down the plug hole, how is that damaging the environment? It's just stuff that you don't think about, but things that you can use to your advantage to help when you are talking to people and selling to people are things like your packages that are all arriving this week or next week, the cardboard, the catalogs, the bottles, everything comes from recycled materials, and it is all fully recyclable as well. So there's things like that you can focus on. Biodegradable products, you know, and a lot of people wouldn't even think of this when they go into Tesco and buy a shampoo, but all of our wash away products are completely biodegradable. So what you wash down your plug hole isn't doing any harm to the environment. Climate neutral company. So whatever, like even our events, like our massive events, whatever energy we use, we give back to the environment. And things like catalogs and cardboard and that, we have like a reforestation program where we replant a certain number of million trees every year to replace like the catalogs and stuff that we make. And all the cardboard and catalogs that we do produce comes from certified paper mills, so it's all sustainably sourced and reliably sourced, and it's all very ethical as well. So have a little look at all of our climate friendly kind of stuff online when you get a chance, because it's things like that that you can really use on your posts and on your stories, and which can really help kind of make Oriflame seem better than other companies, because I think there's a lot of companies out there that don't really focus on that. So I'm going to go through this evening. I've got a few things written down here, a few things in your back office, like key points and tools that will be really, really useful to you early on in the business. The compensation plan and how you can rank advance within the compensation plan and what you earn. How we work our business, and then just touching on a little bit on goals and the team and stuff like that. So I am going to hop across. I'm just going to share my screen with you. Oh, might be a sec. Anyone got any questions at this point about Oriflame and its greenness? Right. Share. Hold on a minute. Right, let me know when that comes up. Can everyone see that? Okay.
Yeah, we can
great.
see that.
Okay, lovely. Right, let me just sign in. So with Oriflame, you've got lots of ways of accessing our website. You've got the website, so you can just log in like on a Safari page or Chrome page or whatever on your phone. You've also got an Oriflame shopping app, so you can download the app, do your shopping through there and generate links from there as well. We've also got like a business app that you can use. Oh, Julie's just waiting to get in. Yeah, you've got a business app that you can use for monitoring your business. Some of these things aren't really going to be relevant at this point. So we're going to run through really the key things that you need to be aware of now that you're just getting started in the business. So when you log in, let me move my bits around my account. Right, you're down the bottom of the screen now. Might be a sec, sorry. Oh, there we go. Okay. So when you log in, whether this is on your phone or laptop or whatever, you'll have like left-hand side will be products where you can browse all of our products, and on the right-hand side will be your account settings. It looks a little bit different here on mine because I'm using the laptop. But key things to be aware of here in our back office, you've got a series of tabs here. Now, I often say to people, the best way, and if you're using a mobile phone right now, you're probably going to struggle to see this a little bit. Best way to familiarize yourself with this is just to go in, click through things, have a play around, see what's what. You literally cannot break anything in here. Okay, so just go on when you get a chance and have a look. Under the what's new, so the dashboard at the top here, sorry, is where you are currently sat within the business, your volume, your earnings and stuff like that. Under the what's new section is where we've got, well, as it says on the tin, what's new. So for example, our weekly offers will appear there at the moment. Some of you are all aware, or some of you or all of you are aware, we've got 50% off makeup this week. You've got things like recognition on here, incentives. I will touch briefly on incentives and our next travel incentive that's coming up as well. And then you can take all this information away and decide what bits you want to work on. But yeah, what's new is a good section to come to if you think like, okay, what offers have we got on at the moment? Under the left side again, coming across here again to where it says order, if we expand that, this is where you can view your customer orders, your personal orders. If you've got any like wellness subscriptions on the go, you can manage all them there. Under order samples, so we've got our sample shop. So this is something I'm going to highlight bits that you'll use more here, to be honest. I'm going to run through everything, but bits that you'll use more. Samples. This is one thing that you will probably use quite a lot. So if you've got someone that wants a foundation sample or a fragrance sample or a skincare sample, you can go in here onto your sample shop and order individual little samples. I'll show you what it looks like. They're about 30p each. You then put them in your basket and you still get your 20% partner discount. So it takes them down to about, I don't know, 27, 28p each or something like that. But this is where you can get all of your individual little samples. There's hundreds on there. If we just go back, oh gosh, it's all over the place. I don't usually open this up on the laptop, sorry. So coming back here again, back over to samples, our Novage sample service. If you're talking to someone about skincare and they've done the skin analysis tool, that diagnostic tool where it scans their skin and asks a few questions about their skin, say it pairs them with the lift and firm routine, for example, and you say to that person, look, I'll send you a sample set. It comes in a lovely little envelope. It's all very, very professional looking. You can go to the Novage sample service, pop your brand partner number in. On the next page, it will ask you for the customer details. So you can take their name, address, don't think it asks for a phone number, name and address, and you can click which sample they want. So click like lift and firm, for example. and Oriflame dispatch that straight to the customer. Now there is a £2.30 charge for that, which most partners will swallow the charge of that, because when you've got a customer that tries it, 9 times out of 10 they buy it. But equally, if you want to pass that charge on to the customer or potential customer, you can do. That is entirely up to you. I personally don't. If I've got someone that wants to or has shown interest in skincare and they want a sample, I will send it on to them and I will just absorb that couple of quid charge. It automatically gets charged, sorry, to your Oriflame account. So at the end of the catalogue, there'll be like a little invoice there waiting for you to pay for any samples. So yeah, that's a good one to keep in mind, because it's really hassle-free, you know, rather than it coming to you and you having to wait and then you sending it on to someone, just go straight to them. You've got any out of stock products over here as well. So if there's something that comes up online and is out of stock.
Sorry, can I just ask you a quick question on that? You know, you're saying you get 20% off of your samples if you're individually ordering them. Do you get 20% off this £2.30, or it's just a flat fee?
Flat fee, because that includes postage as well. They can't discount that because of the postage.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, out of stock products. You can do claims and returns, demo products. Demo products is another one really highlight area, because at the start of every new catalogue, us partners get demo products that are coming up in the next catalogue. So we kind of like get to try stuff before it's released for general sale. And they have stuff in there that's like super cheap, really cheap. Like if they've got a fragrance that's launching for £45, it will be on demo to us for about 16, 17 quid or something. Or a new mascara that's coming out that's going to be on sale for 14 quid, we'll get it for about 3 quid. So it's quite handy to get demo products when they're coming out, because it's stuff that you can then use and show on your social media and, you know, talk about. So that is all the items that we're going to run through under order. So have a little play around with that. Moving on to my business, there's a few things in here. Well, don't worry too much about reports and recruitment and all that at the moment. I mean, under recruitment, this is, well, this one I will just touch on briefly. Under recruitment is where you can register a new brand partner or register a VIP. So this is where, like, if you've got someone like Gemma, if you were to come to me and you weren't affiliated with Oriflame at all, and you just said, how do I sign up as a VIP customer? You can just fill in their details and send them a link to join. Otherwise, though, anything that you, and I was going to come on to this a little bit later, but as we're here, I'll do it now. Any link that you generate from your Oriflame account, as long as you are logged in, whether that is the app or whether it is the website, say someone said to you, what is that, Karen, what is that mascara you're wearing? It makes your eyelashes look really nice. Go onto my app, find the mascara. There's a little arrow pointing to the right. You can copy that link and share it to your customer. And if they purchase through that link, literally you get the business. It's not going to go anywhere else. So any link that you generate from Oriflame, as long as you're logged in, you're the one that gets the business for that. And they will automatically become a VIP. So it's really, really easy. And that's also where you'll come to register a new brand partner. So under what else we need to focus on here? Business tools. So again, we're still in the business section. Business tools is the other area which is of particular use, I find. Under personal beauty store, if you click there and then click on share and earn, this is where you can find all your own personal links to your beauty store and catalogue, etc. So if we scroll all the way, don't know why they put it all the way at the very bottom, but all the way at the bottom, you've got here, start sharing. So share the e-catalogue. If you literally just click copy, and if you were to paste that into a Facebook or Instagram message or an email or whatever, that link goes straight to that person. They click on the link and they can view the current digital catalogue, which is currently catalogue 2. Takes them straight to that catalogue. Scrolling down a little bit further, exactly the same principle, but you can share your personal beauty store. The difference between the catalogue and the personal beauty store is the catalogue link will just take them to our current catalogue. The personal beauty store link will take them to your like entire storefront, if you like. So that's our just entire website. Again, anything they click on in there is affiliated to you and you will always get the sale, but they can view all 2,000 products rather than just the, say, few hundred that's in the current catalogue. Does that make sense? Okay, you can download a QR code as well. So if you want to print up like little business cards or something and put a QR code on there with a little scan to shop, some people choose to do that. You don't have to, but that's there as well. So just a couple of useful things there under your personal beauty store as a way of sharing those links. And personally, just as a tip, what I do, those links, I copy them, I paste them into my note section on my phone, so I don't have to keep logging into the Oriflame platform to pull them off. I've constantly got them just on my notes. And if I've got someone that wants a catalogue, open up my notes, bang, just paste it, copy and paste it. It's so much quicker and easier. The other thing here under your personal beauty store is the personal product list. That's the next one that I just want to touch on. Now, this is really, really useful. Almost think of it like a personal shopper type feature. So as an example, I had my friend Laura say to me a little while ago, Karen, I really need help with like just new makeup. She said to me, I've been using the same mascara for 12 years. And I was like, how has it actually got anything left in there? Is that not completely dry? How are you getting anything out of that mascara? But anyway, she was like, I really just need a load of new makeup. What do I need? So I basically put a list together for her. I called it the Perfect Makeup Toolbox. And you can literally find all the codes from the catalogue, pop them in, and you can just create like a personal shopping list. Save it, and then if you literally copy, paste that and send that link to someone, it brings all those items up in like a shopping bag for them. And at the bottom of the screen, it says buy all or edit. So they can add stuff in, take stuff out, but it's just a really, really easy way. If you've got someone that doesn't really know what they want, or they find the whole website a bit like, oh, there's 2,000 products here. What do I need? I don't know. I just want a primer and there's 4 to choose from. You can put together like a personal list for them. So that's quite a useful feature to have as well. And what I tend to do here is say that I don't know, I've gone out for the evening and I've done like nice fancy makeup or something. I might post a picture of my face on my Instagram stories, and then I'll put all the items that I've used in a personal link like this, a personal product list. And I'll put that link on my stories to say like, create the look. They click that link, they can then purchase all the items that I'm wearing. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's probably really all that you'll need here in the My Business bit for now. We also have under training. Again, this takes time, but it is worth doing and leaning into when you find the time. The couple of things over here that I would really encourage you to look at is the Skinfluencer training, which goes into, and you get a certificate for doing this. There's 3 modules, and it teaches you all about the ingredients that's in all of our skincare products. It's like you have to do it to realize just how good it is and how much you learn. And this really is a business of like knowledge is power. So the more you can learn and the more you can take in, that then makes you able to speak more confidently about the products. And through using the products, you can speak more passionately about them because you know how good they are. And that just makes people like trust you and gel with you more, is what I find. And you can do that for the Wellness Club as well. So you can learn all about nutrition, weight loss, weight management. It's like doing a proper nutrition course. Like honestly, that course is quite a long course, but when I did it, I was thinking like, people pay thousands to do a course like this, like a nutrition course like this, and I'm getting it all for £19. I couldn't quite believe it. But yeah, they're there, but they will take time to do. So they really are just your kind of couple of key things that you'll need in the back office, knowing where to find and share your personal links, putting personal product lists together for people. And I think that's it really. Download the Oriflame business app. where you'll be able to monitor your team and VIP customers and earnings and stuff like that. You can do all that in here, but I actually find the app is a little bit easier. Any questions about that, or do you want me to show you anything else on the website? Is there anything, Natalie, Gemma, Debbie, can you think of anything that I've missed that you want me to go over? I can't see any of you, so.
I have a
I
question.
was shaking my head then at you. No, I can't think of anything, but I think Pam's got a question. So
Yes, question?
Yeah, where do I find the skin analysis tool?
You can do that two ways. If you've got the Oriflame app, the shopping app, when you open up your shopping app, literally in the middle of the page, it comes up with the skin diagnosis tool. It's literally right there waiting for you, and you can share that to people. Alternatively, if you go log in, go down to skincare, go to brands, and go to Novage Plus. And right there at the top, you've got get your personalized routine. Now, I would do that from my phone. So I would open up the Oriflame website, go to skincare, Novage, that will come up. And then what I would do, once I've clicked on scan your skin, it's not going to work on here, is it? Because I'm on a computer. But the web address that's at the bottom of the page on your mobile phone, or the top of the page, whatever phone you've got, click and hold that and share it like into your notes section. So copy and paste it into your notes. Does that make sense? A little bit like I was just saying with the shareable links. So you've got it in your notes, yeah?
Yeah, lovely, thank you.
Yeah, okay, no problem. And then you've always got that that skin analysis link in your notes section. So if you've got someone that wants to try it, you can literally just copy and paste it to them and say, look, click on this link. It's going to ask you to scan your skin, answer a few questions, and it gives them their personalized skin routine. Yeah, really simple. The same as the hair care one as well. If we go to hair, we go across to duology. Over here, you have got find your duology hair routine. Click on take the quiz. And again, you can copy and paste that link into your notes. And if someone wants a personalized hair care routine, that's there for them as well. They've also got one for wellness. So someone that might want wellness supplements or meal replacements, they've got exactly the same thing that you can do there as well. Okay.
Lovely, thank you.
No problem. So I'm going to leave that there with the Oriflame sort of office and website area. Best thing to do when you get a bit of time is just go online and have a little play around with it.
And Karen, again, the fact that you're doing it from your catalogue and you're logged in, it will come back to us as we've shared it.
Absolutely, yeah. As long as you are logged in, whether it's through your app or just through the website, as long as you are actually physically logged into your account, any link that you share to anyone, if they purchase through that link, it's always going to come back to you. So if you were to send a link to someone for a mascara, for example, when they click on that link, they view it, they go, oh, I like the look of that. They click on buy, it goes into their basket. It automatically ticks the box that says, I want to check out as a guest, as a VIP. It automatically assumes they want to be a VIP, and it gives them all the benefits to being a VIP. Now, there's not very many people. I mean, even if they check out as a guest, you're still going to get their business. But the good thing about getting those VIPs is because they are then always on our mail list. Like, we have to do very, very little here with Oriflame. With my fitness coaching business, I was spending time actually typing up newsletters to people and sending them out and having to like do so much of my own content creation. But I haven't mentioned this yet, but with Oriflame, we've even got our own content sharing app. So there is an app that you can download called, what's it called? It's called the Oriflame Sharing app. And there's just so much content on there that other people have put together that you can just share onto your page and stuff as well. But yeah, benefits of getting the VIPs in through your links is the fact that you will get 30% commission, so you'll get more commission when a VIP purchases. You will also they will get free delivery over £45 unless they add in one of our little free delivery extras. They'll also get beauty reward points. So everything they purchase, they accrue points. Think of it a little bit like the Boots Advantage card scheme, only better, because they can get like our like our face masks that are worth like 40 quid and stuff like that with some of their points. It's amazing. There was a video that someone shared the other day, and her customer had got so many beauty reward points. Her order came to something like £268, and it was all zeros. And all she paid for was the delivery because she'd got so many reward points to use. It's amazing. So yeah. So I thought now I'll just go through the compensation plan with you and how much you get paid and ways of earning. This is a big document. If anyone wants a copy of this document, then just let me know and I'll forward you the link for it. But I'm literally just going to whiz all the way down to the comp plan and see if I can make it bigger. If you're on a phone, you might struggle to see this a little bit. Right, okay. So, excuse me. So this is our compensation plan with Oriflame, and how, if you choose to build a team, you don't have to, but if you want to build a team and move up the ladder, this is how it works. Now, anything that you sell, you will earn 30% commission. So these links that we're sharing out to our customers and stuff like that, our VIPs, we get 30% commission paid on VIP sales. If you've got someone, say your next door neighbour, that says to you, oh, Karen, can you just order this, this and this for me when you next put your order through? You can say, yeah, that's fine. You know, you can put people's orders through your own account, but bear in mind, you're only going to be getting 20% that way, because you will basically be putting the order through with 20% off, and your neighbour will be paying you the full amount. That's how you'll earn your commission that way. Do you see the difference there? So 20% from close family, friends, perhaps. The wider population, we want VIPs because we're earning a little bit more. Now, everyone comes into the business down here as a brand partner, and everyone at the start of every campaign also meaning catalogue, by the way. I didn't get my head around this at first when people were saying campaign. I was like, what's a campaign? It's another word for a catalogue. Our catalogues last 3 weeks. There's a couple of catalogues a year, which are 4 weeks, but predominantly they're a 3-week catalogue. And at the start of every catalogue, everyone's balances are reset to 0. I found this difficult to get my head around at first as well, because I was like, oh, all that volume I generated in the last catalogue, it's just been wiped. But don't worry, it was really, really easy to climb your way back up through the rankings as you go. So as you'll see, these are the levels. I'm always concentrating on this column here, the middle one. So you've got your personal bonus points down here on the left, and then you've got your total downline bonus points here from on the second column here. So we're looking at these first 2 columns. Now, just as an example, if you wanted to get to, say, platinum, right, you would have to get 1,000 BP in your total downline. And that is a combination of you and your team. Now, technically speaking, you on your own could get to platinum and generate 1,000 BP. That's about £1,200 worth of sales. But that's quite difficult. I would say, actually, that's quite difficult to achieve £1,200 worth of sales on your own in a 3-week catalogue. It's much easier to do it as a team. You would only personally need to get to 200, and you would then have 800 coming in from your team. So it's a cumulative as you go up through these ranks. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now, if you are quite happy just earning commission and just literally want a little bit of pocket money and stuff from the business, then that is absolutely fine. And you can just focus on sales to friends and family and whoever else, that's absolutely fine. But if you do want big things, bigger earnings from the business, you do really need to be recruiting team members, because you can then start earning a commission off your team members as well. Now, it's quite important for you as a brand partner, only when you start building a team. Don't worry about this, because I don't want you to feel like there is any like targets and stuff, because there isn't here. I personally like to try and reach 200 BP myself. Now, that doesn't mean I'm spending a couple of £100 every catalogue myself. I want that 200 BP or a couple of £100 worth of sales to be from selling to other people. But I always aim for 200 BP, because 200 BP is the minimum that you need to get to to start earning any commission off your team if you choose to build one. Okay, so if you're doing it on your own, you can go up to, you know, bronze is 100, silver is 125, gold is 150. So you can creep your way up through bronze, silver, gold, platinum, completely on your own, but it's so much easier to do it with a team below you. Does that make sense? Yeah. I will just show you what you will then start to earn off your team should you choose to build one. So I'm just gonna, how do I move across here now? Hang on a minute. Well, I've got my Zoom is down the bottom of my screen, sorry. And it's taken my toolbar away from me. Right. So, okay, so over here, no, we need to go up a little bit more. Over here, this is our team that we can bring in. So anyone that you like personally bring in to the team, anyone that you personally recruit would be in your level 1 downline. If that person then recruited someone, they'd be your level 2. If that person recruited someone, they'd be your level 3, and so on and so forth. So you can actually earn off of your team 5 levels deep, which is really, really quite impressive. So I will just use as an example, at the end of last year, when I got to senior team manager, okay, so senior team manager is here. Just going to hop back across here just very quickly so you can see what that looked like for me last year. So senior team manager, I personally got to 200 BP. So I only had to do 230 quid's worth of sales myself. 3,500 in my downline. We had a really, really good catalogue. We absolutely smashed really big sales. It was a brilliant catalogue, which placed me at senior team manager. Now I do like the fact with Oriflame that as you go up, even if, don't take this wrong way, but even if it turns out that you're really, really crap at selling and you're just not very good at selling products, if you're really, really good at recruiting and bringing team members in, then you could potentially get to the point where your team is just absolutely flying and doing so much business and generating so much volume below you, but you go, I'm really not very good at selling. Well, that's okay, because the minimum that you need to do is 200 BP. So if you've got a big enough team that's bringing in a lot underneath you, you might get to the point where you're like, okay, well, I'll just spend 200 quid myself because I know that I'm going to be earning a massive amount from what the team is bringing in. So don't worry if you're not very good at selling either, but I'm sure you all will be, because we'll talk you through how to do it. So senior team manager, 3,500 in my downline. I only had to do 200 quid's worth of sales. But if we move back across to where I've got the team bonuses, you'll see at senior team manager, everyone that was I directly sponsor, so people that were my direct recruits, I was then earning 12% off them. People in my level 2, I was earning 8%. People in my level 3, I was earning 4%. People in my level 4, I don't think I've got anyone on my level 4 yet, but so on and so forth. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's really where, as I say, if you're happy just doing a little bit, a few sales, a little bit of pocket money, you can do that just on commission alone. But if you do want to build and see like life-changing income, then bringing on team members is where the money really happens. And I'm not saying that you're all here because it's the money you want. It might be the community, it might be the discount on the products or whatever. I'm here to bring in an income and make family life that much easier. And I am seeing that through building a team and getting all these extra team bonuses and stuff in. So that's the compensation plan in a nutshell, really. I will just touch on how we're doing for time. It's only 10 past. Let me stop sharing my screen because I don't actually think I need that anymore. Hang on a minute. Have you got any questions about that? Because it was a compensation plan that really took me time to get my head around. No? Excellent. Okay. Couple of things that you can do when you are new in the business. there is something called a fast start bonus. Now, they have just recently changed the fast start bonus, and I actually think they've made it easier for us. Before, the old fast start bonus, you used to have to get 3 VIP customers to sign up spending £45 and you'd get a £50. Sorry, that's the kids. Can you hear that? I hope that's not coming through on the recording. I've got other people's children around tonight, and so they're being a bit noisy. Anyway, the fast start bonus this time round, and for the foreseeable future, if you achieve 250 BP, to put that into monetary terms, is about 280, 290 quid's worth of sales. In your first full campaign, you will qualify for a £50 fast start bonus. Now, that's quite exciting because you've all joined part way through this catalogue. So you've all joined like a few days or so into catalogue 2. So they actually give you this catalogue and your full catalogue to qualify for that 250 BP. So we've still got, what, 20 days left of this catalogue, and then 3 weeks in the next catalogue. So all of you here have got almost 6 weeks to try and achieve 250 BP, either from personal purchases or sales. I don't want anyone to go away from this call and go, right, I've got to spend 280 quid. Absolutely not. We want to be doing this through selling to people. But yeah, you've got like the best part of 6 weeks to get to 250 BP. And not only then are you going to be getting that commission from all them sales, but you're also going to be getting an extra £50 fast start bonus, which I think is really, really achievable. Yeah, it's good. Other things that you can do early on, we have got a managers conference. So Oriflame give us 5-star all expenses paid holidays a year. Starting, Gemma's rubbing her hands because there's several of us that have opened up a qualification for this, and we've just had the next destination announced as well. So in May this year, they're all going off to Kos in Greece for a few days. Some of our directors have just got back from South Africa, and it's coming up, isn't it, in the summer, Thailand? The gold directors is Thailand, isn't it, this year? Yeah, so we're talking like short haul, long haul. They literally take you all over the world. And what I love about this is the previous network marketing company that I was with, it was not really possible to go on these trips because they were all US based, and you'd have to pay for your own flights, and there was ways of getting like little discounts on flights and accommodation and stuff, but even so, like as a working mum, it was just not financially viable to get to some of these big trips. These ones, it's so achievable, and the fact that they are all expenses paid, it blows my mind. We've literally just come back a couple of weeks ago from a UK event, and all of us were so astonished by the energy and just what they did for us and what they gave away. And we came away from that thinking, like, if this is a UK event, what do they bring to one of the like European or worldwide events? It was just amazing. So as brand new partners, that is all of you here. Well, not all of you, but all of the new starters here. Sorry, Natalie. Sorry, Gemma and Debbie. But Pam, Ash, Becky, Alex, if you were looking at trying to get to our next destination, which I've just announced as Menorca in October, it's the 16th to the 19th of October. What you would have to do to get there is hit team manager ranking. Now, team manager is a total BP of 1800. So that's a combination between you and your team. As long as collectively as a team, you hit 1800, that places you at team manager. Hit team manager 4 times out of 9 campaigns. And you would also have to recruit 8 people in those 9 campaigns. They don't have to be consecutive. So you could, for example, this is between now and the cutoff period is catalogue 10. So you've got from C2 to C10, catalog 10 to qualify. So say you hit team manager in campaign 3, you missed it in 4, you hit it in 5 and 6, you missed it in 7, you missed it in 8, but you got it in 9, that's your 4. So it doesn't have to be consecutive, which is brilliant. And the recruitment target of bringing in 8 people, only half of them have to come from you personally. So say, Alex, you bring in 4 new people into the business in the next 9 catalogues, and those 4 also bring on 1 each, that still qualifies. So you don't have to have all of them come from you personally, which again I think is amazing. So it might sound like, and I thought this at first as well. Sorry, my throat's getting dry. When I first came in and they said about hitting team manager, and I was like, yeah, right. How the heck does a person generate £2,000 worth of sales in 3 weeks to hit team manager? Because that's 1,800 BP is about 2 grand's worth of sales. And I was thinking there's absolutely no way that that's possible. Well, let me tell you, I am hitting team manager every campaign, and I have been since the middle of last year. And it is really achievable through building a team. You're not going to be able to get there alone, but that's why I want to point this out and give you all your options and say it doesn't matter what you want or how you want to work the business. Like some of you won't be bothered about traveling. You know, you might be like, actually, I've got a family, I've got a job, I'm not that bothered about the free holidays, and it might not be your thing. Whereas others may love the thought of traveling and be like, yes, I want to get on that trip. Some of you might go, I want to earn £1,000 a month to help pay the mortgage. And others of you might go, actually, I'd be happy with £100 a month just to like do a family day out and stuff. And I think that's brilliant that we've got the option. You know, there's something for everyone and a way of working the business for everyone. The other beauty with Oriflame is that you've got the ability to work it both online and offline. So if you want to just show up on social media and do what we call social selling through using the products, giving them reviews, you know, sharing what you love, you can do it all through social media. Or you can order catalogues, and if you want to walk around your village or your town or your local area, dropping catalogues in with order forms, going back a couple of days later to pick them up. Personally, I cannot be bothered with that. It's just not me. I haven't got the time and I don't want to do it. But some people really love it. Some people are like, right, I've got to get my 10,000 steps in today. They take their like little old lady shopping trolley along with all their catalogues. And sorry if anyone on here owns a, oh, Gemma's looking at me. She's like, I'm not old and I own a shopping trolley. But people get out and they just go and like drop all the catalogues off, and then they go back the next day and they pick them up and they make it like a family thing. Like there's a couple of ladies in the business who get their kids to go and do it with them, and they earn a bit of pocket money and stuff. So it's good that you've got the option to do it one way, both ways, whatever. So yeah, so that's a couple of exciting bits really in terms of what you can achieve early on. Most of us here are or have been, I think, bod coaches at some point. So most of you will know what I mean when we refer to something called a business hour. The principle is pretty much the same as when we were doing it with bod. Becky, for your benefit, what we generally do, in addition to kind of showing up online and posting our products and stuff like that, don't ever come across as being like salesy. I think that when people show up online and they try so hard to sell products, it kind of has the adverse effect, and people just find it a bit icky and salesy and a bit like, oh, I'm just turned off by that. You know, they just don't want to buy from someone that's trying to force it on them. But I think that if you show up just as you, naturally, using stuff, talking about what you love, just being you, and trying to actually connect with people and go back to being social on social media. That's been the biggest shift for me, I think, in business, is the fact that before I was so business minded and business focused and like sitting down and work a business hour, I was like, right, I've got to connect with this number of people. I've got to do that. And I've got to do that. It was becoming a bit of a chore and I didn't like it. So now when I do work on my business, I literally just show up to have a chat with people and to try and make friends and make new connections and stuff like that. And through conversations is then where those natural kind of invites come from. And when I say invites, that might be you connect with someone that you want to invite to learn a bit more about the business. You might have been talking to them about, I don't know, skincare, or you might even just want to send them a copy of our digital catalogue. Whatever that invite looks for you is never going to be wrong. But what I would say is I generally will invite to the business first, because I know that I am here to build a big team, because I want to keep propelling my business onward and upward. I always invite to the business first. And the reason I do that is because if someone says, no, thank you, I'm not really interested in the business, it's not for me, I can then maybe try and establish why. I'm going to go back to that person and say, okay, that's fine. Any reason why it's not for you? Normally, if they have a pushback, we have got a solution to that pushback. And if it is a real flat, hard no, then I can say to them, do you want to have a look at a copy of our catalogue? I can scale it down from there. I can invite to the business. If it's a no, I maybe can invite them to like our skincare pamper evening we've got coming up. If that's a no, I can say, okay, I'm just going to pop you a link to my digital catalogue if you want to have a cuppa and have a look through it. And you can kind of work your way down the ladder, if that makes sense, rather than having to work the way up. Is that clear? Yeah. But we will go through like in a bit more detail what we actually do to, when we say we are working our business, we'll go through in a bit more detail of how we do that and what the income producing activities look like, so to say. For now, it's probably a good idea that you just get familiar with some of your products, have a look at some of like our social media sites, like myself, Natalie, Deb, Gemma, those of us that have been doing it for a little while now. Have a look at our stories, have a look at our posts. I always like to think that it's a good idea just to show up and, as I say, be natural, be authentic, add value to people, and try not to come across too salesy, because people aren't going to want to buy from you if you are too salesy. And then kind of what to leave you with really, before we go into any questions, is set some goals, because all of your goals are going to look different. Like if you've got an income goal, if you've got a credit card that needs paying off, or a car loan that you want to get rid of, or I don't know, like as I say, days out with the kids, or if you've got like, I really, really want to finish off doing my lounge. I want to put some paneling in there. I want a nice big entertainment wall. That's next on my goal board. So everyone's going to have a different goal or a different financial thing that they want to get to. So don't have to divulge this now. You might not even know what your goals look like now, but come off the call, have a think about like, what do I want to earn from this? Do I want to build a team, or do I want to just earn a little bit of pocket money commission? Do I want to get to Menorca in October? Because something I should have said, sorry, is in your first 9 catalogues to qualify for team manager to get to Menorca, if you don't hit that in your first 9 catalogues, it's not a problem, but the benchmark then goes up higher to senior team manager. So if you don't hit it in the first 9, you can still qualify for the next trip in May next year, but to get there, you'd have to get to senior team manager. But it doesn't keep going up and up and up, don't worry. It's either manager or senior team manager to get there. Yeah, so that's it really. Every Monday night we have a team call. So if you are available at 8 p.m. on a Monday night on Zoom, it is live streamed into our VLife project community as well. But I'd say if you can get on the Zoom, it is better. It's more interactive. If you aren't around at 8 o'clock on a Monday night, it's not a problem. You can watch it back on record, but if you can get on live, you do get a lot more from it, like that energy. And one of my biggest tips, I guess, would be lean into the community. It's so obvious the people that do well in this business are the people that show up and attend the team calls, because they're the people that are getting that personal development, and they're getting that wisdom and they're getting that knowledge and that energy, and it makes you want to level up. It makes you want to do well in your business. And there really is, like, there's a clear divide between people that show up on the calls and do really well and those that have never lent into any of them. So that's it. I know that's a lot of information, but I kind of wanted to try and get out as much as we could, like in an hour. There's obviously there is still more to it than that, but that I think is like the key points for you to know without really frying your minds. Any questions? You could unmute. No questions? Natalie, did you have a question? Oh,
Personal development,
can you hear? Can anyone hear Natalie?
and that's a big thing, isn't
We
it?
can't
for us?
hear you.
I don't know.
Come closer. You're too far away from your speaker, I think.
Am I? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
No?
No, we can hear you now.
You touched on personal development, so that's a big thing for us, isn't it? Is finding a book or a podcast or something to just, as you said, level up. So if we can share some ideas or get listening or get reading, then definitely it's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a bit of a fan of an audio book or a podcast because it means I can be listening and filling my mind whilst I'm doing other things. I'm not really a big one for sitting down with a book and actually reading. But yeah, there will be times in the business that you'll doubt yourself and you'll be like, oh, can I get there? Can I do this? Can I be bothered to do this? I think like we probably all have those times, but that's where like personal development can be really, really helpful. Like picking a book, even if you just read like 10 minutes a day or listen to 10 minutes a day from a book that is like just something that speaks to you, that makes you remember like why you're here, why you're doing it. That can be like, yeah, really, really helpful.
Can I just say, Karen, as well, there is that podcast, isn't there? That's done by Claire and Tracy, who are directors within the business. It's called Hustle and Heart, isn't it?
Yeah, I
right?
send that out on to all of my new partners. That goes out on a check. I have a checklist that I send out to all my new partners, and there is a link directly in that checklist to that podcast as well. Yeah. But yeah, that's another good one. Yeah, I'm just trying to think whether there's anything else, whether there's anything I've missed. I don't think there is. But no, if you've got any questions, like the Wellness Collective WhatsApp group does get busy. Like if I don't check that for a couple of hours, I'll look at my phone and go 56 messages. I am not reading all that lot. If it's important, message me directly. Because I can't spend all that time scrolling through loads and loads of unread messages, because that's, as Gemma said earlier, we're like, that's not good use of our time. So don't worry if you open up your phone and you go, oh my God, I can't cope with all these messages. Chances are it's not going to be very important. And if there is anything important, we'll catch you up on it in a team call or something anyway. So don't get overwhelmed with all the messages. Yeah, you've got any questions, then just shout. And if there isn't anything else, then we'll leave it there. Yes, Natalie. She's the one that doesn't normally talk. She sits there in silence all the time. Can't shut her up this evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
Rebecca's asked a question. I'm admin for this evening.
Thank you.
What would be a good starter post?
So if you work through the onboarding, the chatbot, I don't know whether you've done that yet, Becky, but it tells you how to launch your business. That is where it will go through with you what your first post should look like, really. This is why I normally send people to that Facebook Messenger chat training to begin with, because it literally walks you through step by step by step from start to finish. It goes through all that compensation plan, it goes through how to work the business, it goes through how to launch your business, and it even gives you examples of a post, like you could use this or put something into your own words. So yeah, I would do that because that is going to like set you up for a good start.
Karen, can you remind me where you find that chatbot onboarding thing? A lot's happened since when I
Yes.
last spoke to you.
I will, yes, no problem. I will put it in our WhatsApp group just in the chat in a minute.
Thank you.
No problem. Anything else? No? Lovely. Okay, well, I will stop recording.